guys, welcome back to my channel. Those who are new here, my name is Khanz, and if you're new to this channel, I do mostly makeup and perfume related videos here on this channel. So if you're interested in any of those, please stay and subscribe if you haven't already. And guys, I'm going to do a 5k giveaway. We're on the way to 5k. I think we're at 4,600 plus. So guys, please help me to get to 5k. I would really appreciate it. And whenever I reach to 5k, I'm going to do a 5k giveaway. Don't worry, this will be my first giveaway here on my channel, and I am pretty excited. So today I'm going to film my top 10 fragrances for life. And guys, what I'm telling you, say this did odd. Like, this did odd. It did odd. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to tell you my top, like, counting down, not really counting down, but I'm going to tell you from 10 to whatever, but I'm going to have like a top 5 after 10. So guys, before I even start, let me know what you think my number 1 fragrance is. Like, let me know what you think. What is my number 1 fragrance? Because me myself does not know what my number 1 fragrance is. So let me know what you guys think my number 1 fragrance is. So the first fragrance here I have is FLORABOTANICA by Balenciaga. I know that this fragrance don't really come as a shock to most of you guys. I really do enjoy this fragrance, and there are a lot of people that don't like this fragrance, but to be honest, you could say that I'm obsessed with this fragrance. Like, I love this fragrance so much, and whenever I smell it, it gets me. Like, it gets me. So I love FLORABOTANICA by Balenciaga, and I think I want to try the Rosa Botanica one, but something in my mind says that I won't enjoy it, to be honest. But yeah, my number, well, it's not really number 10, but my first fragrance of my top 10 fragrances for life is FLORABOTANICA by Balenciaga. You guys know that this isn't really a shock to most of you guys. I've spoken about this fragrance so much, and I've shown my appreciation or my love for this fragrance. So it's a green fragrance. It is fresh. It has cannabis, mint. Okay, so next fragrance that I enjoy, and this is actually my fragrance of the day, and we have Mongolon by Guerlain. And how I describe this fragrance is, it is warm, cozy, intimate, romantic. This has notes of lavender, patchouli, vanilla. This fragrance just feels like the definition of snuggles. You know what I mean? But no, you know what I mean. Like, it defines the word snuggles. Yes, like, you know, you're like cozy. You know, you have your big blankie in a cold room. It could be AC cold. It could be the weather cold, but it's a cold room, and this fragrance really warms you up. Yeah, it literally makes me feel warm. Today I wore it, and the weather was terrible today. It was so cold, and well, not really cold, like Jamaica cold, and it was raining the entire day. And when I had this fragrance on, I felt warm, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's very intimate and romantic in my opinion, and I really do love this fragrance. It's definitely in my top 10 for life. Okay, so next fragrance, which is kind of a shock to me, to be honest, that I chose this fragrance to be my top 10. And again, guys, my top 10 for life can really change in a year, in 6 months, because you can get tired of a fragrance, or you can not like a fragrance anymore, to be honest. So I have ARMAF by ARMAF Club de Nuit for women, and this is the original ARMAF, and this is said to be a dupe for Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. I've smelt it before, but I don't remember how Coco Mademoiselle smells. But I have another dupe, which is said to be a Coco Mademoiselle dupe, and they do smell similar. This is a little bit more fruitier than that one, and the one I'm talking about is the Dossier fragrance. That, I think it smells more like Coco Mademoiselle from Chanel than this one. This is a little, it leans a little bit more fruitier. So yeah, it smells exactly like the Dossier fragrance, but this is a little bit more fruitier than that one. It doesn't smell as mature as the original Chanel Coco Mademoiselle smells. It doesn't smell mature at all. It smells like a younger version, of Coco Mademoiselle, if that makes sense. So again, this is Club NUIT for Women by ARMAF. Okay, so next fragrance that I'd keep for life is Girl of Now by ELIE SAAB. This is the original fragrance. So this is a very nutty fragrance. This has almond milk and almond. I think it also has pistachio, if I'm not mistaken. Pistachio, yes, it does has pistachio. So this is a very nutty fragrance. This is my favorite nutty fragrance that I have in my collection. I don't think I have that many. I think I have like maybe 3 nutty fragrances, but this is my absolute favorite. So this has both pistachio and almond milk. This also has patchouli, and I really enjoy this fragrance. This is very sweet and nutty. This is a sweet nutty fragrance. They classify this fragrance to be a oriental floral fragrance. This is very gourmand in my opinion because of the almond. Like you get the almond. It's very sweet and I love. Should be my top 5, but it's not. Yeah, it is not, because my top 5, it's pretty, I'm not even sure if my top 5 is correct, but that's not how I love all of these fragrances. Okay, so we have LANCOME, IDOLE. This fragrance is a love of mine. I would classify this fragrance as a sparkling vanilla fragrance. This is my happy fragrance. Whenever I smell this fragrance, I get a smile on my face. Like I can't help it. The smile just appears. A lot of people kind of don't like this fragrance, which okay, yes, it's not the most revolutionary fragrance, but you can't dismiss a good scent. It is so sparkling and happy and preppy, and it's such a good fragrance. So it has pear, it has rose. I think it has 2 types of rose. This could be the fragrance that if I'm having a bad day that I would go for. That is the type of fragrance that it gives me. I keep a decant of this fragrance and this fragrance alone in my handbag. Yeah, again, so this is LANCOME IDOLE. 2 fragrances. It wouldn't be really a Khanz video if I did not have 2 or 3 honorable mentions, but I'd only have 2 for this video. I have 2 honorable mentions, and the reason why I put this fragrance as a honorable mention, 1, they are both fairly new. The first one I have here is ELIE SAAB Le Parfum in white. You guys heard me speaking about this fragrance in a few videos back. This fragrance has that orange blossom and patchouli. The only con I can say on this fragrance is it doesn't last as long. Even though it has that patchouli note on my skin, it doesn't last as long as I would love it to. But this fragrance is beautiful. And the next fragrance that I'm going to have as an honorable mention, this is fairly new. This is a new fragrance, so that's why it's an honorable mention. But as much as it be new, I've used this a lot more than some of my fragrances, and I am talking about Libra Libre by YSL. Guys, who knew that I would love this fragrance so much? Like, who knew that I would love this fragrance as much as I do, because I might be obsessed with this fragrance. This fragrance could be my second happy fragrance, no joke. This fragrance, guys, YSL Libre, is beautiful. This fragrance is warm. It sort of reminds me of the Mongolon by Guerlain, but not really. It's like a fresher version, not so warm version, like a more springtimey version of Mongolon. This is, it's guys, how I can describe this fragrance is it's boss, but it's not boss. It's not intimidating, but it's a boss. This, guys, I've gotten this fragrance like a couple, like 2 or 3 weeks, and I've used this I've abused this fragrance. I love it so much that it's in my top 10 for life. So again, this is Libre by YSL. Okay, so those are my 2 honorable mentions. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty of my top 5 fragrances. I'm going to try my best to say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top 5 fragrance is Viktor and Rolf Liquid Diamonds. This is my first fresh fragrance that I absolutely adore. It's fresh, it's clean, it's fresh, it's clean, like it's fresh and it's clean, guys. But it's not just fresh and clean with just like one flat line. Like, it has depth to the freshness and the cleanness of it. As I said, it reminds me of a clean hotel room on like a vacation, or cozy in the hotel sheets or the hotel comforter, like fresh laundry, clean. Yeah, I really love liquid diamonds from Viktor and Rolf, the Magic collection. And yeah, this is my number 5 fragrance for my top 10 fragrances for life. Okay, for my top 4 fragrances, I want to say this one because I mean, I've loved this fragrance ever since I started this YouTube fragrance journey. So I'm going to say this one, but yeah, I don't think it's my number 1 anymore, but it was my number 1 at a certain point. And this fragrance is a fragrance that will always remind me of Bay. I'm going to always have a backup of this fragrance in my collection. And speaking of backup, I need to buy a backup of this one. And this is Jimmy Choo by Jimmy Choo, and this is the EDT version. I also like the EDP version, but this is the fragrance that has memories for me. And this smells like 2014. Yes, this smells like, I'm going to always say it, the beginning of my relationship. This is literally all I wore 2014, 2015. I love this fragrance. This is literally happiness in a bottle for me. So this is Jimmy Choo by Jimmy Choo EDT version, and this is my number 4 fragrance for life. Okay, so now we have top 3 fragrances. So my number 3 fragrance, I'm kind of nervous, guys. My number 3 fragrance is DELINA Exclusive by Parfums de Marly. Yes, guys. There's notes of lychee, rose, incense, oud. If I could wear a fragrance every day, I would want to wear this fragrance every day. That's how much I love this fragrance. If I could wear this fragrance every day, like no joke, every day, I would want to wear this fragrance every day. I admire this fragrance and how it makes me feel. It is beautiful, much more beautiful than the original DELINA. This is my favorite of the two. Number 3 fragrance is DELINA Exclusive by PAFUMS Marley. Okay, so for my top 2 fragrance, these 2 fragrances I really can't choose which one is number 1, to be honest. Like, this is hard to do. It's very difficult to choose which one is number 1. So I'd like to say that both of these fragrances are 1.5 or half for number 1. I'm just show you them at the same time. They are both Swiss Arabian, SHAGHAF Oud, Scandal by Night, Jean Paul Gaultier. These 2 fragrances have each ventricle of my heart. It's ventricle, right? Like left and right ventricle. Yeah. Anyways, so these 2 fragrances are half for number 1. They are half for my top fragrance. I can't choose between the 2. I cannot. Don't choose. I cannot choose which one is my favorite of the 2. I love both of them so deeply, for different reasons. Let's start with Scandal. Scandal is sexy, it's raw. Scandal by Night is sexy, it's raunchy, it's daring, it's seductive, it's sex, it's lust, it's honey, it's patchouli, it's tuberose, it's guys, I think it has also licorice. This fragrance is, yeah. Now Swiss Arabian is a dupe for SHAGHAF Oud by Maison Lancome, and this has rose, has vanilla, has praline, has oud, has saffron. This fragrance is, and it's totally, it's not really opposite, but it's kind of opposite of Scandal by Night. I love both of them for different reasons. This is, it's sexy in its own way. It's not entirely sexy, it's kind of more warm and comforting, but it's a little spicy due to the saffron. The first spray this fragrance, it's spicy. It's a spicy fragrance. It's chocolatey, it's yummy, it's gourmand in my opinion. It's amazing. I love it. Yeah, so this and Scandal by Night is both half for my number 1 fragrance in my collection, and yeah, I can't really choose between both of them, so that's why I say half fragrance. So guys, that is it. What is that, 12? That is it for my 12 fragrances for life. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know your number 1 pick for your top fragrance for life. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.